Welcome to Manflow Yoga. It's yoga for guys.
Hey guys, how's it going? Dean, Manful Yoga. It's been a while since I've had a good session, so hopefully today makes up for it. We're going to start off a little slow today and work into it. I've had a long day and I don't feel like jumping straight into Warrior 3. So, let's start off in Child's Pose. So bring your knees to the edge of the mat. Your big toes meet at the back. Reach forward with your hands, walk your hands out. And then press your hands into the mat, rest your forehead against the mat. And just breathe deep. Keep your head on the mat. You want to, while you're in this pose, breathe as deep as you can. Feel your ribs expand and have your ribs touch your thighs as you breathe in. And then breathe out through your nose. And then breathe in and feel your lungs expand. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in as deep as you can. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up into tabletop. So your hands are beneath your shoulders, your knees are beneath your hips. You're just going to breathe in, and as you breathe in, you arch your back all the way up, and then you bring your head up and look to the ceiling as you're breathing in. And then exhale, go to cat, arch your back as much as possible, round your back, reach your head down. And then inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Press up into a down dog now. So just go back to the cow that you had, and with that cow back, root your toes, and then press back into a down dog. Keeping your back the same way that you would as if you were in cow pose. Press your heels to the ground and try and straighten your legs. Make sure that your head is framed by your biceps. And try and reach your hips up as high as possible. Trying to make an L with your body. Come up on your toes and then bend your knees. And come down a little bit and then go back to a down dog. Pressing back into your heels, and then come up onto your toes, bringing your heels up, bend your knees forward, look forward, and then come back to a down dog. Same thing, bring your heels off the ground, knees come forward, look forward, press back into down dog, and then press your heels into the ground, look forward, bend your knees, and one leg at a time. Your left leg up, and then your right leg up. Go to a half lift. Make this nice and long. Make your back long. Take a lot of time to try and make your back straight here. Bend your knees if you need to. Make sure you're looking straight down at the ground, that your neck is in line with your back. And then forward fold, exhaling. Inhale, come all the way up to mountain pose. Hands above your head. Like you're holding a globe in your hand. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reach your right leg back, then your left leg. Reach your upper body forward, and then lower down with your elbows tucked in tight, all the way to the ground so that your chest hits. Flip your toes so that tops the toes touching the ground, and then reach your body forward using just your legs and your lower back. Arch your back as much as you can. Don't use your hands to push your body up. Press tops of feet into the ground. And then exhale and push back into down dog. Pressing heels into the ground. Framing your head with your biceps. Look forward, bend your knees, and bring your feet to meet your hands. Inhale to a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale all the way up.
Come to mountain pose with your hands over your head. Full mountain pose. Look up. Open your hands up a little bit, and then start to do a slight back bend. Trying to open your heart up to the sky, to the ceiling, and then come back, bring your hands to prayer. Reach your hands up now. Interlace your fingers and then stick your index fingers out and just come side to side for now. This is Crescent Moon. Helps open up your sides. And then come back to middle. Inhale, bring your hands as high as you can. And then as you exhale, try and reach. Keep the length in your spine and reach to your side. Push in your hips toward the left. Keep your legs straight, keep your legs engaged. And then use your right hand to pull your left arm over and try and create some opening in your side. A few more seconds. Push a little harder. Make sure your chest is still open. And come back to middle. Reach up again, inhale. Exhale, move to your left side now. Keeping your arms as high as possible. It's called Halfmoon for a reason. I'm trying to mimic the moon. The roundness of it. Push into your right hip so that you start to open up your right side. Make sure that your body stays erect here. That you're pulling your right arm with your left hand to help open up your side body. A few more breaths. Come back to middle. Drop your head back now. You're going to do a slight back bend. Let's open up our hands. And then you need to keep your body up. You don't want to just bend straight into it. That hurts your lumbar. So you want to kind of keep your body up as you bend back. And this is not an intense back bend. This is just a light back bend. Bring your hips forward. Keep your chest up. And come forward. You're going to bend forward now. Bend your legs. Slowly come forward all the way to the ground. And then walk your feet out. Bend your knees as much as you need to so that hands are touching the ground. And you're going to but you're going to bring your hands under your feet
if you can. You can bend your legs as much as you need to do this. And then keep your head in your legs and pull, using the strength of your biceps, up on your heels and try and tuck your head into your legs. The more you pull on your biceps, the more you pull with your biceps, the deeper stretch you can get. Make sure that you're keeping your chest in your thighs here. A couple more breaths, try to get a stronger stretch. Straighten your legs if you can. And release. Let your hands come out. Let your body roll up one vertebrae at a time. Then we're going to drop back into a low lunge. So just right leg's going to come back. Do a lunge. Let your knee touch. Flip your foot so that the top of your right toes are on the ground. And then pull your body forward. Starting to open up your right hip. You can rest your hands on your left thigh if you want. Make sure you're trying to pull your left hip back in to the socket, pulling your right hip forward, creating some symmetry in your hips. Come forward, bring your hands to frame your left foot. Root your back foot down. And then bring your right foot forward. And then you're going to drop your left foot back now. Let your left knee touch the ground. Flip your toes so that your tops of your left toes are on the ground. And come into a lunge with your right leg forward now. Pull your right hip back in. Pull your left hip forward. Start to bring your body weight forward so that you get a deeper stretch in your hip here. You can place your hands on your right thigh, or you can place them on the ground like this if you want to. Or if you want, turn your pelvis slightly upward, which already happens when you bring your left hip forward. Engage your core and then reach up as if you were doing a Crescent Warrior, but not coming on to the balls of your right foot, the ball of your right foot. A few more seconds here, just starting to open up your left hip. And then frame your foot. And then bring your left foot to meet your right foot. And then split your feet. And let's just do ragdoll. So opposite arms come to opposite hands, come to opposite elbows. Your feet are about 2 fist widths apart. You can bend your legs as much as you need to so that your thighs stay tucked into so that your chest stays in contact with your thighs. And then let your head be a weight that pulls you down. And if you can, try and start to straighten your legs to get a little deeper stretch in your hamstrings. You can use your core to help squeeze your body in, to squeeze your chest into your thighs. And then you can go a little deeper into the stretch by straightening your legs. And then the core keeps your chest on your thighs. Release your hands. Bring your feet back together. Chair pose. So knees squeeze together, thighs squeeze together. I can see all my toes when I look down. Straighten my back so that it's in a line, it's in a slant. And then reach my hands up and my biceps frame my head. Bring your toes off the ground so that the weight of your body is in your middle and your back of your foot, not in your toes. And then sink a little deeper. A few more breaths. Try and get a little deeper into the pose. Maybe reach a little higher in your arms. Bring your head a little farther forward. Make sure your back is straight. Forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. Bring your feet back. Let's go into our first flow of the day. So body comes forward, lowering down, chaturangas. Keep your elbows tucked in to your sides. Flip your body, come to an up dog. Using your lower body strength to come into this. And then exhale and push back into a down dog. Your legs should be a little more open now so you can press back a little harder in your heels. Try and pull your hips up to the sky, and then you can engage your quadriceps so you get straighter legs. Right leg comes up. Right leg comes to be framed by your hands. Then come up into a Crescent Warrior. Plugging this hip back in, pulling your left hip forward. Engaging your core, reaching up, framing your head with your biceps. Toes come up in your right foot so that you're on the ball of your right foot. So let's do your foot's dorsiflexed. Pressing back into your left heel, making sure that your leg is straight. That your left leg, that your back leg is strong. And you're going to come forward now and come into needle on your right leg, reaching your left leg up as high as you can. You can put all the weight you want in your right foot. As long as your hands are here, you're probably not going to fall over them. And then come back to chair pose, bringing your left foot to meet your right foot. Reaching up. And then come to mountain pose. Inhale your hands all the way up to full mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Feet come back. Prepare for chaturangas. Bring your body forward a little bit. Lower down. Elbows tucked into the sides. Inhale to up dog. And then exhale, come into down dog. Now left leg's gonna come up. Bring your left foot to be framed by your hands. Then come up into Crescent Warrior with your left leg in front. Make sure your right leg, your back leg is engaged, that your heel's pressing back toward the back wall. And then your toes and your left foot come up. Pelvis tilts slightly upward. Core is engaged, and then bring your hands up. Biceps frame your ears. A few more breaths here. Make sure that you've got a nice 90-degree angle here, and that your knee is over your ankle. Your body should be perpendicular with the ground. Your upper body you should be forward. Your back shouldn't be arched. Your core should be engaged, which helps create a straight spine, so that your upper body is perpendicular with the ground. Then we're coming to needle. Come up on to your left foot. Use your hands to help balance. And then try and bring your head to your knee. And bring your right leg up as high as you can. A few more breaths. And then come to chair pose. So bring your right foot to meet your left foot. Reach up. Biceps frame your ears. Drop your butt down and back. Bring your toes off the ground. And then forward fold. split your feet now. So you're about 2 fist width distance apart. And then reach your right hand under and your left hand under your feet so that your toes come to massage your wrist. And then push down on your hands and pull up so that you're reaching your back up to the sky. Creating a nice stretching feeling for your back. And then straighten your legs if you can. And try and reach your back up as high as possible. Let your head hang here. And then release. Bring your feet together to touch. Come all the way up. Into a full mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Feet come to the back of the mat in a forward plank. Prepare for our chaturangas. Bring your body weight, your upper body forward. Come into the tops of your toes. Lower down, elbows tucked into sides. Inhale, up dog, and then exhale, down dog. Make sure when you're in a down dog that you're pressing your fingertips into the mat, that you're not just using your palms, that you're using all your fingers so that you're getting the good strength in your forearms. Bring your right leg up. And bring your right leg to be framed by your hands. Spin your back leg 90 degrees. Come up into Warrior 2. So your right leg, your right foot should be pointing exactly forward. Your back foot should be pointing 90 degrees. And there should be a line pointing from your heel to your back heel, to your ankle. And then make sure that you can see your toes around your around your knee. If your knee's in like that and you can't see your toes, that means your knee's not open enough. That means you need to open your hips more. So you can just pull open your hips here and try to bring this knee toward this wall. That'll create the sensation that you want here to help open your hips up. Make sure that you're pressing down on your back foot, that back foot is entirely rooted on the ground, even the outside of it, facing the back wall. And then engage your core, open your hips up to this wall right here, and then bring your arms up to shoulder width, and then keep striving to open your hips up more. We're going to do a lot of Warrior 2 today, so get used to this. And just breathe. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your nose, keeping your breath in control. No loud breathing. Let your hands come down and frame your right foot. Bring your right leg up and back. And then lower down. Now left leg comes up. Bring your left leg to be framed by your feet. To be framed by your hands. Spin your back foot 90 degrees, so your right foot's 90 degrees now, pointed toward the side wall. Come up into Warrior 2 again, this time with your left foot out in front. And make sure that you can see your toes around your knee, that your knee is over your ankle right here. If this is too much for you, if you can't do this with this wide of a base, shorten up and then start to open your hips like that. As your hips get more open, you'll be able to start with a wider base. But until they get more open, you can just start with a smaller base. So pull this knee toward this wall. Make sure that you've got that your back foot is entirely rooted on the ground, that your hips are opening up toward the side here. Engage your core, pull your pelvis up slightly, and then put your hands up, shoulder level.
and then actively pull your hips open. This shouldn't be easy. You should feel some tension, a lot of tension. And if you're not feeling enough, try and open up your hips more. A couple more breaths.
Spin your back foot. Frame your foot with your hands. Bring your left foot up and back. And then bring your left foot to meet your right foot. And let's go through a flow. So lower down chaturangas. Exhaling. Inhale, up dog. Pressing tops of toes into the ground. And then exhale, come into down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Right leg comes forward to be framed by your hands. Just come up into warrior two. Just like we were before. Ankle below your knee. Hips opening up toward this wall. Trying to pull this knee toward this other side wall. Bring your hands up to shoulder width, shoulder level. Take a couple breaths here. Now flip your right hand. Bring your left hand behind your back so that outsides of your hand is to your right side. And then exalt your warrior, come into reverse warrior. Keeping your legs exactly as they were. Legs don't move at all. If you look down and you see that your knee's coming in, keep it out. Make sure that you keep pressure so that it stays with open hips. And then reach your arm back as far as you can. Bend a little deeper into your right leg. Then exhale. Hands frame your right foot. Right foot comes up and back. Right foot lowers. Then left foot comes up. Left foot comes to be framed by your hands. Spin your right foot 90 degrees. Come up into warrior two. Just like we were before. Make sure you can see your toes around your knee. Bringing this knee toward the side wall. Showing your hips toward the opposite side wall. Hands, arms at shoulder width. Shoulder level, sorry. Focusing right on your middle finger toward where it's pointing. Flip your left hand, bring your right hand to the side of your left body, or you can let it fall down your right leg as you come up into reverse warrior. Let this knee bend a little bit. That'll help you get a little deeper into this. If you feel enough opening right here, if you start to feel something weird in your knee, if it hurts, if there's sharp pain, then don't go any deeper. But if you think you can go deeper, go for it. And then bring your hands to frame your feet. Left leg comes up now. And then bring your feet, left foot to meet your right foot. Bring your body weight forward, lower down chaturangas. Inhale, up dog. Exhale into down dog. Right leg comes up. Right leg comes to be framed by your feet, and yep, you guessed it, warrior two. Really opening our hips up today. Bring your hands up. Shoulder level. A few breaths here. Make sure you've got hips open, bringing this knee toward this wall. Core engaged. Looking directly at your middle finger in the direction where your middle finger is pointing. Bring your left forearm to your right forearm to right knee, and then reach over your left hand
Keeping your legs the same as if they were in Warrior 2. Extended side angle pose. Reaching as far forward as you can with your left. Imagine that there's a line of energy coming from your left foot and extending through your left fingers. Come back to Warrior 2. Let your hands be framed. Let your foot be framed by your hands. Bring your right leg up and let your right leg come down. Now left leg comes up. Bring your left leg, foot to be framed by your hands. Back foot spins down. Warrior 2. Left leg in front. Hips nice and open. Reaching in opposite directions with your hands. Making sure knee is coming toward the side wall. Hips are open toward the opposite side wall. Now bring your left forearm to rest on your left knee. Keep your legs as they are, and then reach with your right hand over your body, pressing into your back foot. Feeling energy coming from your right foot all the way up to the fingers in your right hand. Trying to make that line as long as possible so that you open up your side body as much as possible. For a little more resistance, reach your left hand up. Come back to Warrior 2. And release. Bring your hands, frame your foot. Left leg comes up and back. And then come forward. Prepare for Chaturangas to flow. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Press your heels into the mat. You should have a very good down dog at this point. You should be pretty well warmed up. Inhale your right leg up. Right leg comes to be framed by your feet. One more time, Warrior 2. You should be able to come right to it at this point. Straighten your right leg. Going to come to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach your right arm forward and then windmill your body 90 degrees. And reach your left arm up, exactly perpendicular with the ground. Your right hand comes to the inner shin and your hip. Trying to pull your right hip back, trying to pull your left hip over your right hip. If this hurts too much in your leg, bend your knee a little bit and then do it. Most important thing here is to reach your left arm up straight, strong, and perpendicular with the ground. It actually relieves a lot of pressure down here. Makes all the power of the pose in this hand. And you don't have to rest your hand. Your right arm doesn't have to rest on your leg because you're reaching up. Release, come back to a triangle, and then sink back into Warrior 2. And then let your foot be framed by your hands. Bring your right leg up. And then bring your right foot to meet your left foot. Now left foot comes up. Bring your left foot to be framed by your hands. Spin your back foot down 90 degrees. Come up into Warrior 2. Straighten your left leg. Reach your left arm forward as far as you can. And then when you can't go any farther, spin your body 90 degrees. Reach up through your right fingers. Trying to get to highest
trying to get as high as possible. You can use the outsides of your left fingers to press into your shin a little bit. Most of this power comes from your right hand extended to the ceiling. Couple more breaths. Come back to Warrior 2. Let your foot be framed by your hands. Left leg comes back and up. And then bring your left foot to meet your right foot. And prepare to flow. Chaturangas. Lower down, elbows tucked in tight. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, push back into down dog. Let's bring our chest to mat now for some back strengtheners. So let's start with Cobra. So your feet come together. Press your tops of feet into the ground. Engage your quadriceps so that your knees are off the ground. Hands are below your shoulders. And then on the inhale, bring your body up. Arch your back. Use the strength of your lower back to help get you up here. Don't need any strength in your hands here to do this. Try to bring the crown of your head as far as you can forward and up. Keep tops of feet on the ground. And exhale, lower down. One more set of Cobra. Hands on your shoulders. Tops of feet pressing into the ground. Quadriceps engaged. And on the inhale, come up. Trying to reach your body forward as far as possible. You can use your triceps a little bit here to help pull your body forward. Arch your back. Squeeze all the lower leg, squeeze all the muscles in your legs. And then lower down. Hey guys, so just to finish off, we're gonna do one more stretch, just a half pigeon to close it out. So right leg comes up from a down dog. Your right knee meets your right elbow. Right foot comes to rest close to your left hand. Your back leg is pointed directly toward the wall. Make sure your toes are straight. Bring your body up. And then just start to lower your hands forward. Walk your hands out. Try and sink your hip into the ground, and then let your head touch the ground. We do 10 breaths here. You can bring your hands back, root your back foot, so your left foot. Bring your right foot back all the way up. Bring your right foot to meet your left. Left foot comes up. Left knee meets left elbow. And then your left foot meets right hand. And then make sure you're reaching your right leg back as far as possible. That your toes are pointed toward the back wall. And then when you're secure here, start to walk your hands out. Try and sink your right hip to the ground. And then let your head rest. Let your forehead rest on the mat. And 10 breaths here. As long as you stay in control, you can do it. Hands back. Root your right foot. Bring your left leg all the way back, extend. And then come forward to a seated position. Cross your legs. Straighten your back. Take a quick moment to appreciate what you did today. And namaste. Which means, by the way, I bow to you. So thanks for watching today. You can follow me on Twitter at manfulyoga, facebook.com/manfulyoga, my YouTube channel at youtube.com/manfulyoga, and my WordPress site at manfulyoga.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching, and hope you like my new studio. Namaste.